The mood is very grim on Capitol Hill right now. At 11:59 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday night, that is the deadline for the two sides to reach a deal and pass legislation to avoid the first government shutdown in more than 6 years. But right now, virtually no one thinks that a shutdown can be averted.
I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing.
Their bill has not one iota of Democratic input.
President Trump's meeting with Senator Chuck Schumer, the top Democrat, and Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader in the House, along with the top Republican leaders in the House and the Senate, only seemed to deepen the standoff.
This is purely and simply hostage taking on behalf of the Democrats.
The government shuts down is because Republicans have decided to shut the government down rather than address the healthcare crisis that they've created.
Democrats have been making a series of demands. They want to extend subsidies under the Affordable Care Act, which are due to expire at year's end. They also want to reverse Medicaid cuts that were enacted as part of President Trump's signature domestic policy achievement, his One Big Beautiful Bill Act. They also want to restrain Donald Trump from trying to cut federal spending without the approval of Congress. Republicans say that is a non-starter. They simply want a straight extension of government funding until November 21st.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're talking about. I don't know where they're saying this is some huge partisan thing. This is something we do fairly routinely.
Republicans are planning to force vote after vote to simply extend government funding over the next 7 weeks. Their hope is that Democrats in the Senate will ultimately capitulate and agree to pass this bill. So far, Democrats are united, but there is one outspoken voice, Senator John Fetterman.
Right now, it's like you're running the risk of plunging our nation into chaos. Millions and millions of lives will be upended. What kind of message does that send to our country and to our allies and to our enemies as well, too? It's now we can't effectively work together enough to enforce our shutting government down.